Okay, so if I did everything correctly, I think that means I'm live. I've got music that's faded, and yeah. From what I can tell, I'm live over here. Muting that because that would be absolutely unbearable to hear myself in that kind of latency. Cool. So I think that there's what, like a couple people watching? I don't know. Something like that. But this is the first time I've done this. I think I got my audio mixed to something that is bearable between myself and the gameplay. But audio is not my strong point, so we'll see what happens. So, hello. We're going to be playing, or I guess I'm going to be playing Kings Quest VII. I played the Kings Quest games a bunch as a kid, or at least the last three, and I'm wanting to play them again, so I decided, sure, let's give myself a reason to do that. And so we're going to do 7, then once done with 7, I'm going to play through all of them backwards in reverse order, which is going to be super fun, because I've played through 4 once, I've never played through 3, and it's been years since I've played the first 2 games. So it's going to get real messy real fast once we get there. But for now, if I've done all of my setup correctly, I should click on this, and that'll go blank. And then I should click on this, and the game should launch. And everything should go over there, and that should pop up, and the world should be good. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so, I don't know. This was just like a fun thing to do. Computers aren't my strong point. Tech's not really my strong point with computers. Hopefully my computer can handle running all this stuff at once without dying. We'll see together, won't we? And hopefully we won't lose power, because we've had thunderstorms all afternoon, so that would be fun if we lost power on the first time I do this. Which, yeah, it's still saying that I'm live. And it's backup recording, and yes, I think I'm getting how this software works. So, for anyone who's never seen these games, old school Sierra games, mostly the 90s, not a huge expert on them, the history of them, but this was the 7th game. It was a completely different art style than the rest of them. Some of it's a lot of fun, some of it's craptastic. Let's watch the intro. Oh, also there's not going to be any kind of face cam for any of this, because, dear God, talk about distracting. If I had a, little video feed of my own face, I would do nothing but stare at it and judge myself harshly on it. So no face cam, at least for ever. It's like, I always liked the animation in this, kind of. The background's always had its own blue feel. And then you see the animation, and the dumb blue feel goes away. Like, what is this? What is this weird looping animation? With the walleye. I know, I'm super original, judging early, late, mid-90s computer graphics. Look at me, truly revolutionary. I joke, but if I'm being honest, when I was a child, the ripe old age of 8, 12, whatever, I'd be lying if I said I didn't just, open up the game just to watch that opening sequence over and over and over and over again.
Mama's feet when we're dancing. All right, I admit Prince Rupert is, well, he's a bit awkward, dear. That's putting it mildly. But speaking of princes, my pretty daughter, it really is time you thought about getting married. Oh, Mother! Now, Rosella, you're nearly 20 years old. Most of your friends are already married. Mother, I'm
And,
not
like,
ready.
here's the thing.
There's so many things I haven't
So,
done
Rosella
yet.
from the fourth
I wanna
game,
have fun.
and Valanice from,
But
like,
Rosella,
earlier, before any of them had
I
personalities
happen to
besides,
know that
we have
Prince
some women in
Throckmorton
here.
of Montecourt is just
I don't know, I don't
mad
get
about
the
you.
feel that this is who these
Prince
people would grow up into.
Throckmorton? Mother, he's so boring.
Like, in the fourth game,
He's
Rosella's
not
like, I'm gonna go
boring,
save my
Rosella.
father's
He's
life after
reliable.
just discovering that I have a
And
twin
he's
brother,
so
I guess, because
handsome.
that's cool.
He has the most beautiful smile.
And Valanice, like, has, nothing to do in any of the games until the sixth, where she's like, go tell, it's like, son, go marry the woman you just saw in a tower. That's how your husband or your father met me.
How many young men
I don't know,
do
it's
you
just,
know
it's
who
such a
hardly
tired
come
cliche.
together
Is this the
and
best
have
they could
birth?
come up with, is the overbearing mother wants the teenage
And
daughter to get
you
married,
should
and
consider
I don't know.
yourself
I mean,
lucky.
it's very 90s, but I just,
In a known world,
I wish it was more, because it could be more, and it's not more, and that saddens my soul a little.
must strike while the iron is hot, Rosella. That's why I've invited the prince to... Rosella!
Like, again, some of this is, like, really bright and beautiful, and the backgrounds are stunning, but God, the animation is just lacking.
Rosella!
Although, like, full honesty, I would also jump into the first pool of a reflecting flying seahorse that I saw. 110% more.
Rosella, no!
Yeah, no. Completely would be me. Oh my god, this, I get a chance to go jump into this magical portal. No, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to do it. I'd have done it at 15. I'd have done it at 19. I'd do it today. No thoughts, no questions asked. Would regret it immediately. So, that's the intro. I hope that, like, it looks like y'all should be able to hear me. I hope that's true. Otherwise, I've been babbling to myself for no reason, which is not uncommon in my life. So, start new game. I'm going to stream today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday at around the same time is the goal. Game's got 6 chapters. I'm hoping to do 2 today, 2 tomorrow, 2 the following day, and then either start Kings Quest VI on Friday, or possibly play Magic the Gathering, which is the other game that I play a lot, and I'm really not the best at, but have fun until someone has really cheap decks, and then I rage quit, because I don't play the game to be frustrated. I can do that on my own. Alright, Ivy Witch is my name for everything on video games, because I don't even remember. I think it had to do with, like, a weird what type of dragon are you quiz when I was, like, 13 years old, and the answer was an Ivy dragon, and I liked that, so Ivy everything. I think. Oh, right. Well, fine. Just do Ivy then. Okay. Should have seen this coming. We can delete from here. Yes, because these were all tests that I did earlier to make sure that I could do this. Also, this game uses DOSBox, which my computer doesn't always like and is a pain. So there's been a lot of troubleshooting to do this, which is the story of my life. I've got some other point-and-click games I'm going to play when I'm done with these. I'd like to do the Starship Titanic as well, which was a super fun game from the late 80s, early 90s. I don't remember when that came out. So, where in the blazes am I? Chapter 1, King's Quest VII. Again, really pretty backgrounds, really bright and colorful.
My daughter!
Also, she wears
Rosella!
the crown.
Where are you? Blast! What is this place? Where is my Rosella? My child?
You literally watched her get taken into a side portal off of the main magical portal. And the asshole jackalope. So I usually do this during that main sequence, but in my world, the oldest reigning monarch, or the person of the highest prestige, must wear the crown. So yeah, first chapter. For those unfamiliar, it's a point-and-click inventory game. You collect inventory, you try to use it on different things, there's puzzles, it's fun. I'm probably going to go through this one pretty quickly, just because I know what I'm doing in it, because I've played it a bajillion times. And I think if it's Control, Shift, there we go. Shift ++ makes her move faster across the screen, in theory, but first she has to, there we go. Makes her move a little bit faster.
Salt crystals. How odd.
So yeah, this game I picked up along, like, you know, the entire Kings Quest collection on CD-ROM back when that was a normal way to get video games. And since then, it's on Steam. And that's how I got this version that I'm playing on Steam, because my computer doesn't have a CD-ROM anymore. And so, like, this game is super cute. It's super... But why did... But... I guess we had to observe that from over here, unless I clicked on that by accident. But whatever. So yeah, here's a fun fact about me. When I was a child, I was terrified of everything.
This sand is damp.
Rude. And so even though this game is super,
that gourd
like,
doesn't look
kid-friendly,
very good to eat. It's all
you
dried
can
out.
die constantly. Like, you can die from a bunch of stuff, but none of the deaths have consequences, because it immediately starts you where you picked up. I would get, like, 5 minutes into these games, and something kind of spooky would happen, and then I'd be done. And I would just play that same,
Isn't
like,
that
little part
cute?
over and over and over again, instead of actually advancing if I didn't know exactly what I was doing, because I was afraid of everything as a child. Especially, you know, dying in a video game, something that has the highest of all stakes.
I'm getting awfully tired of this.
And I've taken that line and absorbed it into my life, and people have no idea it's actually a reference to a game I played when I was 7. Come here, little piece of corn. Your plot important. So yeah, I mean, it's a cute, like, the interface is good. This is the first time that Sierra had this interface, with the inventory down here, and the previous 2 games, the inventory is up here. And again, it's a super kid-friendly game. Like, you can look at things, it's pretty, clearly a lot of thought was put into it, but this actual mechanic where you need to look at an item you collected, I think is used 3 times in the entire game. I can think of 2 definite times, and maybe there's a 3rd time where you use it, but it's just a super underutilized mechanic. What is it? Beads on the 3rd. Okay. I'll probably forget that. There's nothing I can do with him yet. I need to put the corn in the damp soil and watch it magically grow into a beautiful corn stalk. Ah, went too far. I was distracted by something in real life, which is always the worst thing to be distracted by. Helen, is that you? That looks like you. Is that you in chat?
My.
Here we go.
Oh, what a beauty.
So yeah, magical corn that grows that fast. And then you use the corn to get fresh water, because of course you do. Hi, Helen. Because that's how science works. Let's see if I can... Oh yeah, and then this one. Okay, so you need to... I should know. I, like, literally got the inspiration to do this because I just watched someone play this game not that long ago. It was Pushing Roses. Or Pushing Up Roses. Alright, poison water. Cry into the bowl with the poison water. Put the corn in the hand. Fresh water. So, this is the poison water. And I say poison, but it's actually just salt. So let's get some salt water in our basin. And, like, one thing I will say that I liked about... Of course you made a Twitch account just for me and magical corn. You love magical corn. So I like that you know, it did a good job with these skulls of showing that's the skull water that you need in there. But I wish that they'd, like, tied it in somehow with the tears. Because remember, as a kid, I thought that this was just, like, supposed to be a close-up of, like, yes, this is water. And this was to show that your tears are salt water. And this is salt water. So they're the same thing. And so it took me a long time to figure this out because I was a stupid kid. I was very good at figuring out answers to questions that nobody asked. Corn. And it's glowing. And then we're gonna cry into... Well, I have to cry first, for the first time, because I haven't cried yet. And sometimes you just need to take out a magical, tacky comb and sob. I get it. I've been there. Who is that not relatable to? Alright, so now we can cry in here. So the way the inventory works is... instead of the previous games, where you just had to click on anything and see what stuck, if it's something you can click on, the light changes, which I thought was always a nice feature. So now if I scoop the bowl out of the thing... magically became fresh water. So now, what, may you ask, am I supposed to do with fresh water in the desert? I'm supposed to find a ghost and give it to it. Where's the ghost? Seriously, where's the ghost? Where are you, ghosty dude? He's supposed to be here by now? I'm not missing anything. There's nothing I can think of. I mean, he's supposed to just show up. What am I missing? I haven't gotten the seed yet. Oh, did I get the seed? Because I can do that. And we'll meet up with Ghosty Ghost later. I guess. You go... Fine, we'll go up from over here. Gourd split. I should have done this, but I was distracted. Which is my motto in life. No, but I can't.
How strange.
So I have the seed, which I get the bead with. But to get the bead, I need the hunting horn. There's another way to do it, but I never figured. And like, where's the ghost? There's the ghost.
Excuse me, sir.
So, like, secret from my life, when I was a kid, I thought that was the cutest guy. I don't know what it was about, like, the forlorn deadness of him. But, like, from profile, I would, like, follow him around and click on him just to, like...
You might tell me where I am?
And stupid.
You are far away from life. And love.
Because, you know, nothing like...
And hope. You
having
are surrounded
childhood
by
crush
dust.
On an animated ghost, you know?
And it
It'd
is
be like
dust
that sometimes.
You shall become.
You are so pale, traveler. Are you...
Oh, right. Crown. She is
I lost my
she gets
life
the
in
crown.
this cursed desert. Now I must wander, tormented by everlasting, burning thirst.
Mood.
Is there anything I can do?
Leave this place if you can. The portal through the mountains. The mouth of the great stone head was closed by an evil enchantress.
I don't know if
Legend
I'd call that a
says that
portal
it
through
can
the
be
mountains.
opened.
It's more just a tunnel.
But I know
It's not a
how.
portal.
Go
It's totally just a
now.
doorway that leads to a tunnel.
Sir.
Go.
This
thirst drives me mad, and I know not what it will make me do.
And then you have to hunt him down. And, like, the thing is you can actually give him salt water, which he gets super angry and, well, salty. And I feel like he should totally kill you for doing that. Because
Sir.
if I was a ghost and I could be malicious and
What
I'm super
do
thirsty
you
and someone's giving me
want?
salt water, you can bet their ass. Nope, you're dead now. But we have salt. We
I
have
wish
fresh water.
to give this to you, traveler.
Is it truly sweet water, lady?
One could almost
Could
call
it
it
really
nectar
be?
of the gods. Which is from King's Quest V, and it's craptastic voice acting.
I thought my thirst would torture me forever.
Mood.
How can I thank you?
Can you help me escape this desert?
I do not know how to open the portal, but there
I'm
is
sure you can
something
figure it
I
out.
can do.
Like, it's not...
Follow me.
It's not that hard to figure out how to open up the door, seeing as how there's a giant etching in it that looks like an arrow, and you just put an arrow in there. So I also don't think you tried very hard. So here's the thing about this place. You can find this screen pretty easily, well, in theory, by wandering around.
Is
And at
that...
one point I knew how to get here, but I don't anymore. So we'll see how long it
Yes.
takes me to get back to the main part of the
That is
game.
all that remains of Colin Farwell.
Yeah.
The
I think I just
great
have to go up from here.
adventurer.
We're gonna follow my instincts, which in reality
Oh,
almost leads me in trouble.
I'm so
always.
sorry.
But in games, sometimes I get
Don't
lucky.
be. Your gift of water has given me peace.
Yeah, so this animation,
We
not
must
about
hurry.
that. Not cute. Him,
I
profile,
haven't much
cute.
time left on this earthly plane.
For choices.
I wish to give you something.
Open up the thing, take that one.
I thank you, good sir.
May it help you in your journeys, my lady.
Such random
Farewell.
items. So there's a rope in there, and there's a bug repellent. And if you take the rope, then this horn goes away. And you can only take one. And the bug repellent is to get rid of a giant bug. Shocking, I know. And the rope is you can use it instead of the horn to get some glasses from a jackalope. Okay, it is just up 2. Cool. I'm glad I didn't spend 5 minutes wandering in the desert. So now that we have... Oh, wait, yes, I think I can do this now. Zoom! So you can also use, like, the stick and your fabric to make, like, a flag. So, giant scorpion. Here we see a giant scorpion. There are 2 ways you can solve this. One is dust it with the bug powder, and the other is to do a flag thingy with, like, the stick and the fabric. And again, this would be one of those monsters that scared the bejesus out of me. I would panic. I would leave. I would never come back. That's the end of the game. And then when I figured out that you could do that, because the thing is if you use the stick and the flag, you basically, she takes his tail and drags him over here, and when he, like, goes to kill her, she, like, throws the thing into the thing and gets a wooden stick embedded in a stone wall. Sure. Love the logic. But I was always afraid that coming back, like, if I waited too long, because the scary music still plays. The scary music doesn't go away. I was like, oh my god, he's still going to come back and kill me. I have no time. This is the worst thing ever. Must panic. I think I do that, and this happens. Yeah. And now we have color theory. So I always liked the bug powder instead, because he for sure was dead then. And then I think there might be, like, something somewhere that tells you how to do this. But there's also, like, only 3 factorial options. So you can also just do a bunch. What's the goal? Is the goal to make green? I feel like the goal is to make green. The goal is clearly not to make green. Ah, the goal is to make green. And then that happens, and then you get this thing, and then you leave. And then this room, super important later, caused me to get lost a bunch when I couldn't remember how to do this when I played this like a decade ago. So now we have that, and we're actually pretty close to done with chapter 1, which is nice. Oh god, she moves so much faster. You see, here's the thing. I didn't know that you could make her move faster by hitting Shift++ until I was watching Pushing Up Roses do this, and she found out.
Who can that be? I cannot see.
I am
me.
Valenice of Daventry, good sir. Is there a problem with your eyes?
But awful rotten jackalope has swiped my glasses. I can't cope. Normally I'd trade with you, but since I'm blind, my day is through.
Cool. So here's the jackalope. He's a dick. Like jackalopes do. It's just fucking rude, man.
Of all the rude, inconsiderate...
So if you didn't take the bug spray and you took the rope, like, down a screen, there's 2 cactuses and the jackalope will run by every now and then, and you can use the rope and tie them up there and basically clothesline the bastard.
Oh dear. One is clogged with sand.
But that's not how my brother did this when I was a child, and I learned from watching him.
Being long-winded comes in handy sometimes.
Mood. So, this is the other way you can do it, is you take this huge hunting horn and scare the fucker. I said, and scare the fucker. Thank you.
Here it comes, you little fiend.
And you get... Cool.
I got you, didn't I?
So you get 2 items from that. You get the little mouse's glasses, which you just thank you, and a tuft of jackalope fur, which is useful in chapter 5. And so you just carry that around for 4 chapters.
This is all I have to say. Go away! Go away!
I would love to open the door like that whenever I had company
Here
that I
you
didn't
are.
expect or want.
Oh, joy.
Or whenever I have
Oh,
customers
joy.
come
Oh,
into
happy
my
me.
store
I can
and want me to do
I
things.
can see. Thanks to you, I'm not afraid. Now I'm free to deal and trade.
So in case you couldn't tell, Dude Bro here always speaks in rhyme. So as you give him things...
Pretty piece of silky cloth. Here, I'll go get my best dead moth.
He will only give you something that rhymes
Don't
with
bother, please.
it. And some of them are kind of funny.
What a charming woven basket. Let me find my silk-lined casket.
No, that's all right.
It's actually a great trade. A basket for a casket? Hell yeah.
A juicy, sticky, spiky fruit. Would you like a chewed-on boot?
Oh, no, thank you.
But what you're supposed to give him is this
What
seed.
a lovely wrinkled seed. For that, I'll offer this blue bead.
That sounds like a good deal.
So now we have a blue bead. And this was the thing from the color theory puzzle, which was just make green for reasons. Oh, shut up. Asshole. So we've done pretty much all the puzzles except one, which is to get the, because there's an arrow up there, but this arrow's not big enough, so we need to make the water go away, because we need to go down there. So there's that, and then I think we turn his head, and then we turn his hand, and I'm a genius. Alright. And then that puzzle was on one of the, like, burrow Adobe things up a screen. So then this is a death that I always do, because it's fun.
That looks like some kind of offering bowl.
And there are some deaths that you have to do every time because you did them as a child every time. And what's the point of playing childhood games if you don't do them the same way?
Oh dear. I suppose you can't just take things out of an offering bowl.
So, like, in any Sierra game before this, that'd be the end. Like, I haven't saved. Like, save early, save often. It's like the adage of these games. But, you know, it doesn't matter now. There's no consequences to anything, which at some points is very useful, especially if your game is being stupid, and we'll get there. But for now, it's just, it makes for some amusing. I think I need this one. Yes, so now they're together to make a bigger arrow, or puzzle. Sure, the entire game is a puzzle, but let's go with puzzle. Alright. And we're done down here. And that is the last thing for chapter 1, because this is... So this is the quote-unquote portal, which I'm like, that's not a portal, that's a door. Stop being fancy, it's a door.
Incredible.
And you're like, how could we possibly solve this? What are we supposed to do? This is, you put an arrow in the arrow impression. Look, the arrow. Arrows. Shapes. And the door opens. And the top part vanishes, because reasons. And this would be another part where I was like, oh my god, this is the most terrifying thing that could ever happen to anyone ever, is a giant Gila monster, however you pronounce that word, nobody knows. And that's the end of chapter 1. Oh, and then I have to hit continue. A troll is as a troll does. That's now with Rosella, because that's how this game works. It's first you do Valanice, then Rosella, it switches back and forth. They each get about 3 chapters.
Welcome, most beautiful of princesses.
Look at his lips. Look, those lips. Those lips were not attached to his face. That's bad animation.
Who are you, sir?
I am King Otar Fenris III, ruler of the Volcanics Underground. And you are the Princess Rosella, yes?
I am, Your Majesty. How do you know me? Where am I? I saw a beautiful castle before. Where could I find it, please?
I guess it's because just magic, but it's never explained
Castle?
why
Oh,
the hell
that.
she turns
It's a
into
dull
a troll
place.
when
You
she's
wouldn't like
pulled
it.
through a mirror. Like, I guess because magic
oh my,
works,
I
but
wasn't
like,
expecting this.
I don't know.
Your
I feel like
Majesty, what weren't you expecting? What's
that's
going
odd plot
on?
contrivances.
I wasn't expecting you to be so lovely, my lady. You will be the most radiant bride in all the world.
Bride? See here, King Otar, I'm very honored and all, but I can't marry you. I don't even know you. Now, if you'll excuse me...
I like Troll Rosella. Like, Troll Rosella to me seems to have much more agency than she does as a human. And I don't know, maybe that's me projecting because she's no longer conventionally human attractive.
Oh.
But I don't know, I always felt like she had much
don't be
more
sad,
attitude
Princess. You make a lovely troll.
and was much more relatable
simply
as a troll.
Stunning troll.
I also might just be talking
I'm a
out my ass.
troll.
Both these things
How
are
can I be
equally
a
possible.
troll? I'm not a troll, am I?
Clearly you're
Come
a troll.
along, Princess. Let me escort you to your chamber. Perhaps you'll feel better if you rest.
A troll?
God, they almost got there with the voice acting to something that was good, but then they didn't.
Troll, huh?
Yes. That is the word that was said like 62 times.
A troll? I can't believe I'm a troll! And not just any troll. Oh no, I'm engaged to the Troll King. How lucky can a girl get?
I never noticed that face. Yeah, that's a creepy face. So now we have the hardest puzzle in all of this game, and quite possibly all of Sierra history. You go back out the door. You just leave. humans. Sure, it's fine.
Who are you, Missy? You're no real troll. I can see right through you. What do you want with King Otar, you human minx?
I don't want anything. I was just looking into this pool, and then I saw this...
Human minx.
Baloney, little girl. You're trying to steal the throne of the
I don't think there
underground.
are any
Usurper,
humans
usurper.
in this game, in this realm of...
Why, you're no usurper. You
Not
poor
Etheria.
little thing. Don't
Is
cry.
it Etheria?
I didn't mean to be cross. It's just that King Otar has been so strange lately, and that a horrible
Whatever, in this
woman
entire
has been snooping
magical
around.
pool realm,
I'm not crying.
I don't think there are any humans.
Of
There's
course
evil
you're
fairies,
not,
there's
dear.
gods and
Now you
goddesses, there's
listen to me.
Zambos
I
and
can help you turn back
dead
into
people.
a human.
ghosts.
You can?
There's no
Are
humans.
you an enchantress?
Well, not exactly.
So I'm
I'm
curious
Matilda,
as to how
and I
they're
used
like
to be
inside.
King
Oh,
Otar's
you're a
nursemaid
human. You
when
know,
he was
that
just a
species that
troll.
we absolutely
Anyway,
don't
I can give you a list
have
of ingredients
here.
for a
What the
magic
hell is the
potion
name of this
that will
country?
turn you back into a human just like that. But you have to do something for me.
It's not,
Anything.
because this is the
Up
underground,
above
there's
this
the
kingdom is a
desert, there's
dark land
Falderall,
called
there's Ooga Booga.
Our kingdoms were never crazy about each other, but we had a civil relationship. Now, because of
I
her,
can't remember.
the Ooga Boogaites attack
Which
any
is a terrible
troll
name.
that
Ooga
shows a
Booga.
face
What a
above
stupid
ground.
name.
Missy, once you're human, you will go above and investigate. I have a gut feeling that our
You're like the
kingdom is in
Ooga
terrible
Boogas.
trouble.
I don't know, but Ooga Boogaites is just
Of
dumb.
course I will, Matilda.
Wonderful. Now
I just
listen,
call them
girl.
Zambos.
Bring me some
That's what they are,
baked
they're the undead.
beetles, a crystal dragon scale, water of emeralds, a silver spoon, and a gold bowl. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. I think we have one more little cutscene where we get one of the more useful items in the game. We get so many useful items in this part that we just use constantly.
Stupid old toy rat! This is not what I wanted! I wanted a battle axe!
Me too.
Mike! Time for lunch! Don't forget your new toy!
Like,
Yeah,
ungrateful brat.
stupid
But
rat.
if I wanted a battle axe and I got a wind-up rat, I would also be very upset. That's okay. Never seen something that someone dropped and didn't decide to take it for ourselves. Alright, is this where I want to go? Oh my god, she zooms. Yes, this is the kitchen. So we get two of that, so yeah, that, this is currently a fetch quest, scavenger hunt thing. We need to get a gold bowl, some baked beetles, a silver spoon, water of emerald, which that's not vague, and a crystal dragon scale. And with those things, the very friendly Matilda troll can turn us human again.
Ugh.
Yeah, you should wash your stuff before putting it in.
You are so wonderful. You are the most beautiful stew in the world. All you need is a juicy bat or a tender rat.
So we're once again at a part of the game, because I would play, you know, because this is the first of the Sierra games where you can like jump around to different chapters. And this was another part that I would play. Because I never finished any of the
Oh,
chapters.
I'm sorry,
oh
I
god,
didn't
we
mean-
can't finish a game as a child. We must play the same 30 minutes over and over, lose interest, and then just do that every time we play. But this was another part where I thought the dude was totally gonna kill you. Because tell me that's not a death scream. Come on. And so I was terrified. Like, I'm surprised he didn't throw her in the stew. But I guess that's cannibalism. And
Don't worry, my little stew.
Not everyone's
You're
into that.
safe from that dreadful girl. Her peasant lips will never touch you.
so yeah, we just go, again, oh, wait, it's the villain. I thought you triggered this later. I guess not.
Revolting beast!
Rude. You have a terrible yippy dog, so you have no room to talk about revolting beasts. I really thought you triggered this by going in there in the first place.
so fried.
Maybe they're sleeping before.
Oh, I'm not scared of that nasty wench. I could break her in half like a carrot.
Well, that's good, 'cause she's right behind you.
What's with those teeth? Oh my god, the lips don't move, and it's just, why? Everything's jiggling except his mouth. Alright. Also, that face says a million words.
Pardon me, sirs, but who was that tall, imposing woman?
Her name is Militia, and to tell you the truth, lady, no one really knows who she is.
I know who she is. She's a fiend, that's who.
That's a what?
Shut your mouth, Hogarth. You don't know nothing. Some trolls say Militia is an evil fairy cast out of Etheria up there in the clouds.
Yeah, so it's not Etheria. What the hell is the name of
never used to hang
Eldaron?
around here.
Oh, is it the land of Eldaron?
Or
am I making that up? Or is that from something
I'd
else?
like to tell you more,
That's gonna
pretty
drive
lady,
me insane.
but we better not.
Ugh, I'll figure it out later. I think someone says it at some point. So yeah, now I know who Militia is, otherwise known as our antagonist. She, for reasons that are no more complex than... I mean, she's clearly a Maleficent. Like, come on, Militia Maleficent. She's trying to be that. She's an evil fairy. Come on. She's just more pink than green. Right, Dude Bear wants a rat. Here, have a mechanical rat. So yeah, like, you know, Maleficent, I'm gonna curse a baby. But, you know, with reason, because she was snubbed from a baby shower of royalty, and she herself is royalty of her own realm, and so that's totally understandable that she would want to then crash said party that she probably didn't want to go to anyway, and curse a child for all eternity. I get it, like, we now have political warfare. Militia just doesn't like people, and so wants to kill them all. I say that judgmentally, but that's also a mood. Hey, Mickey! So yeah, we have the rat. We have the rat back. We need to use him later. And again, was terrified that that guy was going to come back out the door and kill me immediately, because that was my fear at all times. And obviously this is terrible consequences by the fact that the game spits you out 3 seconds before you die. Alright, so these are the baked beetles. Check 1 on the list. And then there's 2 bowls. And we need a gold bowl. And this looks gold, and if we look on the bottom, we see it is being slow and unresponsive to my mouse movements. I think I saw it said 14 karat. Work with me here. Dude bro, work with me here. What? Oh, no, come back. There we go. So yeah, it's 14 karat gold, so we needed a gold bowl. I clicked the right one. That one's brass.
I already have a gold bowl. I shouldn't be greedy.
You should absolutely be greedy. This is a Sierra game. Have you not? Did you learn nothing from your father? You survived by being greedy. So, we've got 2 items. We've got the baked beetles and the gold bowl. We need the water of emerald, which, my god, is that vague. And a dragon scale and a silver spoon. We get 2 of those items from here. I mean, don't get me wrong, this game will murder you constantly, but you don't have to save all the time, because the murdering has no consequences. So talk to the flirty troll.
Pardon me, sir, but I was wondering...
Well, wonder no longer, sweet potato. I am the troll of your dreams.
And that is a voice that does not fit in at all with the rest of the voice acting in this realm. But sure.
Now see here, I'm engaged to the king. That's right, the king.
Oh, well, I respect King Otar. You can bet on that. I'm sorry, my little rutabaga, but our love is not to be. You let me know if he dumps you, okay?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me being called a little rutabaga. That's cute. That's a cute pet name. It's very different. And where did that come from? Also, why are there rutabagas growing down here? There's no sunlight for rutabagas. Even root vegetables need like sunlight, and you're in the underground. But that's neither here nor there. So here we have green water, which is our water. Cool. That's her favorite sound effect. Water of emerald, which is one of the 5 ingredients. Lantern, which is useful for later. And then over here we have sulfur.
Wow! What an updraft!
So like here's one of those options where one leads to death, one does not. And in any other King's Quest game, you'd be like, oh my god, I need to save or I'm gonna die. Because this way it looks like it's gonna be faster. But then she just fails dramatically at jumping.
I guess I got a little too close to the edge.
No, you just literally jumped into a flaming lava pit. That is not getting too close to the edge. Falling is getting too close to the edge.
Maybe it's sulfur.
So now we have sulfur, which does smell like rotten eggs. Or I guess, more specifically, rotten eggs smell like sulfur because that's part of what the rot is the chemicals breaking down and producing sulfur gas. And that's why we think that the two smell the same. It's because literally the eggs made sulfur, which is why eggs stink when they rot. Which is why a lot of the times they'll put eggs in places where gas is like supposed to be, and then if the gas gets out, oh my god, I smell eggs, oh my god, there's a gas leak. And that's science. I can't do this without talking to people. Let me talk to you.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to startle you, sir. I am Rosella of Daventry.
Oh, that's all right. I don't mind being interrupted by someone as charming as yourself. What can I do
Also
for
a flirt. All the trolls are flirts.
Why, you're the most polite troll I've ever met. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
Don't apologize, my dear. I quite
Everybody's
understand.
okay with the little
I
racism.
can't tolerate the company of most other trolls myself. Poppy Goldsworth, Master Jeweler, at your service.
You don't like other trolls? You must be so lonely, Oppie.
Oh, I am, Rosella. To tell you the truth, I'd do anything to leave this place.
I mean, I don't like
I'd
other
love to
people.
go out and
I'm
make
still
my
not
way
that
in the
lonely.
world. Maybe I'd even become the court jeweler of Etheria.
Why don't you?
What is the name of this?
I don't have the money.
Man?
All I have to my name is this old
it
chipped
Eternia?
hammer and chisel.
Ooh, is that why I'm having a hard time
Pardon
remembering
me,
it?
my dear, but I really must finish this project.
Time to ask Google the next time there's a cutscene I don't want to pay attention to. You guys give me plot hints? Yes, these
You know, Winnie, I've had so much trouble sleeping
lovely
lately.
ladies give me plot.
Lothar snores like a dragon with heartburn.
Well, let me tell you, Eglantine, I have the same problem with Hogarth. I just use wet sulfur. I put a lump of wet sulfur on the fireplace at night, and it puts me right out.
Oh
Why
wow,
sleep
I
so
wonder if
soundly?
that has anything to
Hogarth
do with what I need to
sometimes
do
has
with
wake me
this
with a
lump of
flower
sulfur
under
that
the
I have.
nose.
Maybe it's important.
A flower? Eee! You must have been sleeping like a log if you needed a nasty, smelly flower to wake you up. Well, well, well. You
I
learn
wonder if
something
that
new
second
every
piece
day.
of information is important for plot. Alright. And then if I talk to them, they just get very shrill and excited about a wedding. And I don't want to talk to them because I don't need shrill in my life. So, fire, coals, sulfur, slow moving. Cutscene.
What's that, Mama? Time for bed?
Okay. Nighty-night.
Alright. So he's out. So I can do this with this and that. And get a spoon.
Yes!
Physics. Heat management. Cooling and shrinking and expanding and things. And then, I don't think I can get the spark, can I?
Oh,
Fire's
darn.
gone out. So, pump the fire. Put some fire in the lantern. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 of our 5 ingredients that we need to become human again. We'll be human again. Yes, we're human again. There's a reason the song was left out of the movie. So now we gotta get a crystal dragon scale. Should be easy, right? We also only have one more area that we haven't gone to, so this must be the answer, right? Danger! Lava! Bridge! What's the one thing we haven't seen yet? A troll from under the bridge.
We'll come no further.
Okay. But what if it did?
Good day, sir. I am...
Well, I don't care who you are. This is my bridge, and I will only let you cross it if you give me 1,000 pieces of lead and a rat on a stick.
How about
Yeah, right.
a rat on a key?
I don't suppose you'd take this as a toll?
No.
How about I drive a rickety old cart into you and shove you into the lava and murder you instead? Because, you know, it's a kid's game. Come on, let me... Oh, for God's sake. Exit. Maybe I use this mechanic more than I thought. Shows how much I pay attention. Doobie-doobie-doo-bop-bop. Doobie-doobie-doo-bop-bop.
I'll just make sure that shield doesn't go anywhere. There.
Cool. Ride. You wouldn't take my wind-up rat. You must die. Because you also have no peripheral vision and can't see this coming. Kadoof. Dead troll. Rosella's a murderer. Again, I think you probably kill someone in the 4th game. In fact, I know you do. So, again, there's a lot of, like, hand-painted backgrounds in this game, which are, again, stunning. But they did try and do some CGI, like, early CGI, and my god, does it aesthetically not fit with the rest of the goddamn game. So here's the dragon.
Are you a dragon?
God, that just...
I am.
Oh, that doesn't fit with the aesthetic of the game.
Little troll.
You are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
So, like, this dragon's issue is that it's lost its spark. And like most things in these games, if you think it's literal, it's probably figurative, and if it won't be figurative, it's literal. So, like, literally can't breathe fire anymore. And again, it was watching Pushing of Rose's retrospectives on these, or some review, because I've really got into her recently. And she was talking about the first King's Quest, where in the first King's Quest, you have to get, I think it's a mirror from a dragon. But yeah, we literally just give her the spark. And there's 2 ways you can do it in the original game, and we're going to get there eventually, after I struggle through all the other games, where you can kill the dragon, or dump water on it, and the water puts the fire out. So she was like, I wonder, and for God, all I know, she didn't come up with this theory on her own. I don't know. I've done no research into it. But she had this really cute idea that maybe this is that same dragon, and like her father put its fire out. Now she has to give it back, and that's cute.
I am indebted to you. Here, take this diamond. With it, you can live like a princess.
I am a princess. but I appreciate the thought.
Thank you. It's beautiful, but what I'd really like is one of your scales.
Yes, yes, little one, whatever you want, but I can wait no longer to fly. I will give you a scale when I return.
Eldritch. Okay, according to Wikipedia, this is the realm of Eldritch. Cool. That was gonna drive me crazy. But God, I get what they were going for, and I'm sure it was impressive at the time, but wow, does that not look like it belongs in this world? Alright, so I have a jewel. And so we're going to give untold riches to literally the only person who's been nice to us. Except the woman who agreed to do magic to change us back to our normal species. And in return, yet again, one of the most useful, utilized things in the entire game. Which is a hammer and chisel. Which you use to hammer and chisel, God, at least 3 times on different things. Like, super, beautiful tool that you use constantly. Zoom. Oh, it's so much less painful watching them walk at a quick pace. Over here. Zoom! And he's still unconscious. And we give the jewel to this guy.
B, I have something I'd like to give you.
Oh my, it's perfect. It's beautiful. How can I ever thank you? I'm forever in your debt. Oh, I'm going to throw out this horrible hammer and chisel and get the best set money can buy.
If you don't want it, may I have it, Oppie?
Of course. Enjoy them, my dear. Thank you so much. Goodbye, Rosella.
I can now allow myself to be in self-banishment, now that I have money. So now we use this to get... Oh my God, stop slowing down. The dragon scale. And... walk faster. It's a point-and-click game. There's some backtracking involved that gets a little tiresome. Especially with as slow as their default movement is. My goodness. Like, you just have to, like, it's very pretty, but you also just have to wait while she walks. Okay, so this would again be a point where I would normally save in a Sierra game, because if you click on the wrong spot, you do die. You get squashed in. But I did not click on the wrong spot. Yeah, because sometimes she'll just move her tail, and I guess it's very heavy, because you get squashed and died. But now we have all 5 of our ingredients. Baked beetle, silver spoon, gold bowl, water of emerald, and a crystal dragon scale. Way better than that guy's stew. Also, now I want stew. Oh, and I'm just standing here because I got distracted by a bumblebee. And back through here. Actually, we're having stew later for dinner this week because nothing says, you know, the middle of June in Georgia like hot stew.
Matilda, I think I have all the ingredients for the spell.
Good, good. I knew you were special, girl. Give me the gold bowl first.
To make sure you got the right bowl.
Good. Now give me the rest of the ingredients.
Like, I kind of like that. I don't know if you saw, but she kind of looked under the bowl to make sure it was
Just
gold. I don't know if
fine,
that's
just dandy.
intentional or not. Yes, sweltering inside and out.
Yes, yes.
I've been known to go he as well. Maybe I'm actually a troll witch, sorceress, enchantress,
Excellent.
plot device.
All right then, girlie. Take a drink.
And now we have some choppy, weird animation, and our head shrinks.
Did it work?
Well, not exactly, dear. Now, what did I do wrong? Aha! I remember. We need a troll hair.
Naturally. But again, shouldn't it be
Ow!
like a human hair? Because you're turning
There
her
we
human. Maybe I should stop finding logic. Because it's just not there. Because then we went from you drink the potion to I just throw it at you. But whatever, we're human again. But first we're a disc. Okay.
The silver spoon melted. And I thought Mother's tea was strong. I suppose I should keep it as a memento.
Maybe I'll make some tea later. Although I did already drink 3 cups of espresso, so
My
maybe
dear
it'll be
Princess Rosella,
decaf.
I'm stunned. Your beauty is only surpassed by your intelligence, and your courage, and your joie de
Ability
vivre.
to open up doors I didn't lock when I put you in your room.
You! I've had just about enough of you distracting the king, you little snip!
Now look here, lady.
Crown's too big for her head.
No! Look here!
Militia, no!
Now I'm behind you!
There. You just be patient, girl. I'll be in to take care of you before you know it.
Because if I had just killed you when you were here, as would make sense, the plot
That's
would
what
end.
you think.
So, instead I'm locking you in a room because reasons. And now, we strut everywhere. Okay, do that and this.
No, it's not tall enough yet.
Well, I'm not done yet. But first we must look in the mirror. Because
That's better. Now I've got to get out of here. Come
You're
on, Rosella,
vain.
think.
No, go. Oh, alright. But the thing goes on the. There we go. Badooski. And then awkward leg slide to freedom.
My Lady Militia, I wasn't expecting you.
And who were you expecting, you pathetic wretch? Your precious princess? Listen to me, you pudding-brained puppet.
Nice
If
alliteration.
You and your obsession with that pale-skinned, meddlesome princess managed to disrupt my plans, I'll have you filleted. Have you
Oddly
learned to work
specific
the
cut.
volcano mechanism yet?
Well, yes, I think so, but Lady Militia, is it really necessary?
To
Will the
kill
realm of
everyone?
Eldritch be hard, my
Yes,
lady?
because I'm
the
petty and
Bountiful Woods are
don't
right
like
below
people.
Etheria, and the land of Ooga Booga below that.
Oh, a village here, a township there. Who's going to miss them? Even if all of Eldritch is covered
Eldritch,
in slag,
okay, it is Eldritch,
at
they do
least
say it.
the blight of Etheria will be gone.
Because they were mean. It's never really explained. She's just evil.
I just don't know what's right. What's real?
Well,
if only I could remember.
Just some good advice. Genocide is almost never the correct option. Okay, we have a further plot MacGuffin. And let's start walking so we can get spotted. Oh, or not? Right, that's right. It's the dumbest thing. You have to, like, go back to your room to make the plot happen. Like, who would, like, what?
Don't you hurt him. Don't you dare hurt him.
Stay out of it, old woman, or you'll regret the day you were born.
There's something wrong with him. What have you done to him, witch?
You really don't want to know, Ancient One. Your old nerves couldn't take it. Suffice it to say that it's a lot nicer than what I planned to do to you.
All you did was hide him in a coffin buried underground in a country where anyone who spots him would kill him on sight.
You don't scare me, you cold-blooded beanstalk, you flinty-eyed lizard!
Cold-blooded beanstalk. That's a good... But again, like, could easily kill the person who's bothering you with no actual consequences. Nope, not gonna do that. Clearly we're smart enough for world domination. And now she's in her blanket and all snuggly.
Matilda, what is this funny little thing?
Otar's dragon toad. This was King Otar's when he was just a wee lad. It's a magical guardian. When little Otar would take it with him to play, it would watch over him and get him out of trouble. If he really got into a scrape, it would run home and tell me where he was.
It doesn't look very lively now, Matilda.
Yes, it's been dormant for years. Let me see now.
Let me sprinkle some pocket lint on it.
Dragon Toad, tell me now. Where is King Otar and what's he doing?
His Majesty the King is imprisoned far away in the land of Booga Booga.
I didn't just make that up.
That means the king who's been in cahoots with Militia is an imposter. I knew it!
Matilda, I overheard the king, or whoever he is, and Militia talking. It sounded like she intends to cause a volcano to erupt.
Phoenix Underground is nothing but one big volcano. We trolls have been the keepers of the volcano for 100 generations. If Militia ignites it, the entire realm of Eldritch will blow up. Rosella, we must find the real King Otar. He's the only one with the knowledge to shut down the volcano. Here, take this magic rope. Use this rope at the elevator to Ooga Booga. Find the real king of the trolls. Go now. It may already be too late.
Magic rope. How convenient.
Where is that little snip of a princess? When I find her, I'll...
Thank you, random batch of plot convenience.
Flea-bitten, mange-ridden, nasty, smelly vermin! Someday I'll come up with a way to cause every bat, rat, and snake in the world to explode at once!
I mean, leave the snakes out of it, because, like, the snakes eat the rats. But, like, also ecosystems. And snakes are just big noodles anyway.
Try to escape, will she? Well, just let her try.
Dramatic music. Here, have a rat. And now we continue with plot. And we're almost done with the second chapter. What happens? Because you totally die, I think, if you try. I mean, not I think. I know you do.
It
But I don't
doesn't
remember
look
how
too
you
stable.
die. Do it anyway. It doesn't let you do it anyway. Okay. Well, fine. Don't do it anyway. I think I might have completed the second chapter as a kid, because there were fewer things that scared the bejesus out of me. I know it was a long time before I beat the first chapter of this game, because I was afraid of the death things. And that's where that chapter ends. So, I've been going for almost an hour and a half at this point. That puts us through the first 2 chapters of the game. I think I'm going to call it there. It seems like my computer's getting pretty hot. Yeah. So that's my first stream, I guess. I'll be back on tomorrow at 2, same time. We'll do chapters 3 and 4, The Sky is Falling, which brings us back to Valanice as we meet the land of Falderon, which are just a bunch of goofy anthropomorphized animals, and Chicken Little. And then the 4th chapter, which brings us into Ooga Booga with Rosella, and a lot of dying. Just a lot of it. And then even more in the 5th. But that's later. So yeah, this has been fun. Thanks, guys, if you were here. Yeah, I'll be, if I set this up correctly, all of this should have recorded, and I'll be uploading it to YouTube at Ivy Witch, the same thing. There should be a link on my Twitch if you, for whatever reason, wanted to watch this, or, you know, if you only saw some of it and wanted to see me ramble and babble. I'm pretty good at it. But yeah, as of now, thanks, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!